Time for the business news now with Charles Pellegrin, who is taking a deeper look at that Trump tariff case being heard by the Supreme Court in Washington.
The 9 Supreme Court justices heard arguments on the legality of Donald Trump's tariffs using the Emergency Economic Powers Act from 1977 to unilaterally apply sweeping import duties on virtually all countries around the world. And it appears that even the Republican-appointed justices expressed skepticism at the Trump administration's arguments. Chief Justice Roberts notably saying that the power to apply taxes historically falls to Congress.
So let's take a look at the different scenarios here. What happens if the Supreme Court rules against the tariffs?
Well, it's complicated to predict. On the one hand, tariffs are being paid by American importers who then choose to either reduce their margins or increase prices for customers locally. So striking down these tariffs would leave more room to breathe for the business community. Bloomberg Economics has found that a court ruling against the tariffs would reduce the average tariff rate in the country from over 15% currently to 6.5%, a level last seen before Liberation Day in April when Trump announced all his reciprocal duties. In terms of GDP impact, the adverse effect of Trump's trade war would be softened, with only a 0.6% hit to national output instead of a 1.7% hit if the current tariffs are kept in place. That's not taking into account the likelihood that the government would find other ways to apply their America First trade agenda, notably with sectoral tariffs that have more legal grounding.
Now, for the Trump administration, the tariffs are also playing another function than just rebalancing what it considers to be unfair trade relationships.
They're also a way for the government to try and rebalance the country's public finances and especially its growing deficit, especially because they've opted to drastically slash taxes at the same time. So a court ruling in favor of Donald Trump would mean the government would continue to levy those taxes instead of potentially having to refund billions of them. In the second half of this fiscal year, as many as $151 billion in customs duties were collected, which represented a 300% increase compared to the same period last year. Over time, the tariffs would also result in $3 trillion extra revenue for the United States. The tariffs have already played a role in bringing down the deficit, even though only slightly, to the tune of 2% to a total level of $1.78 trillion this fiscal year.
And now there's another aspect to this. It's the US negotiating power with its trade partners.
Absolutely. The administration is involved in trade negotiations with partners around the world currently, notably China. And if the court rules the president does not have the power to raise those tariffs unilaterally and immediately, it weakens the U.S. bargaining position. Scott Bessent, the Treasury Secretary, made that argument on Wednesday.
We were at a tipping point in the economy with these trade deficits. That was a problem. And, sometimes the best tariffs are the ones that never get enforced. That, the president threatened 100% tariffs after the Chinese on October 8th threatened to put export controls on rare earth magnets from Chinese products that had 0.01%. Every camera, every iPhone here would have been subject to a Chinese control. Because he had the ability to threaten the 100% tariff, he was able to successfully execute on foreign policy.
And let's finish with a new cyber threat facing small businesses around the world.
Whether they are real estate agents, hairdressers, or restaurants, they're being targeted by scammers using fake Google reviews to extort money. The fraudsters post one-star ratings ever more convincing thanks to artificial intelligence, then demand payment to take them down. Peter O'Brien investigated one scheme targeting businesses in France and Spain.
How do you choose your handyman or dentist or restaurant? Chances are you look at Google reviews, but can you trust them, especially now that AI is making it easier than ever to make fake reviews? In Brest, northwest France, estate agents like the one behind me are being blackmailed. Scammers are posting fake one-star reviews and asking for money to take them down again.
On était incrédules, on s'est demandé pourquoi.
We couldn't believe it. We wondered why our business was being attacked for no reason. I led them to think I would pay them and they removed 5 or 6 posts, but I obviously didn't pay, so they put them right back up.
Ils les ont remis rapidement dans la foulée.
Across town, Morgane Guedner also has a flood of one-star reviews from people she's never heard of.
I scrolled and scrolled. There were 15 of them. I was stunned. It's like they're real. Anyone would say they're real reviews. It's not just one sentence, it's a whole block of text.
But it's not just this corner of France. US investigator Kay Dean says the same group of Bangladeshi scammers harassing these estate agents is going after companies in Paris, Madrid, and Mallorca as well.
I think what the public doesn't realize, Peter, is that there's just this whole underworld of nefarious activity occurring that you don't see on Google. And this includes just an ocean of fake positive reviews, fake negative reviews, and even extortion.
Online, the scammers post about their experience in digital marketing, SEO, and yes, even providing Google reviews. It's a dual business model. They sell fake 5-star reviews and extort money using fake 1-star reviews.
Dean has spent 8 years tracking down such scams, identifying thousands of bogus ratings targeting small businesses worldwide. She says Google isn't doing enough.
Clearly, Google's algorithm should be able to identify that there's something fishy going on. And I show over and over again that they don't. But it's a massive problem. And I believe that's distorting the marketplace globally.
Google responded with a blog post from April saying advanced machine learning helped them block more than 240 million policy-violating reviews last year, most of them before they were ever seen. But the people we spoke to said it can take months for reviews to be removed, and even once they are, more can crop up.
One study shows that seeing just one review of 3 stars or less makes you half as likely to buy. So it's not just new and small businesses that are easy prey, even bigger businesses can live or die by their Google reviews.
Fascinating investigation by Peter O'Brien there.
Well, I hope I don't get a 1-star review.